What's up, DBs? Coach D Magic here, former D1 defensive back. We're here to talk about Travis Hunter. There are two plays that are taking the internet by storm here. Make sure you go to thedbnetwork.com to get our DB Mastery Program. One of these tips that I'm going to go over, or corrections I'm going to go over, is going to be in the DB Mastery Program. And the other one, we're going to be able to fix on film. Now, I'm not into the overreaction type post. Oh, he's cooked, he's this, he's that. I'm gonna keep it real. I think that this isn't a huge deal on some of these plays, and it's gonna go back to what I kind of said originally in my previous Travis Hunter video about whether he could play offense, defense, what he's gonna lack in his defense, and why I would play certain coverages. Okay, so starting with this one is the least concerning for me, because you can fix this in a film session. And, I feel like this is something he should know, that we all should know, but you see this mistake happening at every level, which is why I'm not too concerned, okay? So when it comes to being a corner, yes, we're supposed to be able to play man and play zone and get interceptions and play pass, but you have to be able to play the run. Offenses don't believe that corners can tackle. So you'll hear a lot of offensive coordinators when they talk, they want running backs one-on-one with a corner because they don't think he can tackle. So let's talk about the formation. We have a nub split. Nub meaning there's no detached receivers, okay? So we have a tight end here. Usually you want to be 2 yards outside and 5 yards back, okay? He's about that, give or take six yards. And the key here is that we want to be able to set the edge, okay? So when we get this block, all right, when the receiver or the tight end blocks down, okay, or even if he blocks forward, or even if he blocks out, okay, if we get any type of run block here, we want to be able to set the edge. Now, what happens here is that Travis Hunter, he forgets to do his job, okay? So it looks like we're getting zone this way, zone action this way, quarterback opens away from us, looks like we're getting zone this way. So he starts to drift, okay? He starts to drift. And before he realizes it, all right, the running back has the edge. So when it comes to this play, okay, if they run the ball this way and he gets past the line of scrimmage, it's not our fault. If he gets through this gap, not our fault, not our fault, not our fault, not our fault, not our fault. It's only our fault if he gets to the edge. So although he's just trying to help, he's just trying to show that he's ready, to help out over here. My suggestion, guys, okay, instead of shuffling this way, right, and gaining ground. So now look, one, it's going to be hard to see where the ball carrier is. You got all these 6'4+ guys in here. And by the time we do see the ball, right, you see how our angle, and I probably would be a little bit more further out, honestly, a little further out. But you see how our angle changes, okay? Instead of being able to go here, okay, keeping that ball on our inside pad, you see how because we drift, now we're in a straight down angle here, all right? So I would just stay here, simple. That's what I'm saying. Like, this one doesn't concern me as much. Just stay here. If it is a pass, something's going to come this way and it's going to come to you. All right. The only thing you're responsible for is the edge. Okay. And the tackle, right? This is just tough because he's changing so many different angles, right? And then when you don't have your feet under you, all right, we're going at one angle, then we're shifting to another angle, right? When you don't have your feet under you and you see he has the edge, all right, we lunge and then boom, okay? So it's literally, if we just stay here, keep this angle here, keep this angle. Even if you slowly shuffle, keep this angle, all right? Keep this angle and we be able to make this play, okay? I see a lot of DBs making this mistake. And again, I think this mistake can be made, or this mistake can be corrected in the film room, which is not too concerning. But this next clip is actually kind of concerning to me. All right, so First thing I'll say is that it's 3rd and 20, and the reason why that's important is because I think that's why we overplay this outside release. All right, so we get the slant, we get broken off. All right, we almost fall. Okay, again, 3rd and 20, a slant is not really something that we should be concerned with. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt of we're overplaying the slant here, or sorry, we're overplaying the fade here. It's 3rd and 20. All right, if I'm gonna overplay any route, I want to overplay the fade, not in the slant, right? We can recover even if he catches this, right? Even if we stumble, there's a chance we can recover and make a tackle on 3rd and 20. But what does concern me is this footwork, okay? And this is something that isn't able to be fixed in the film room. This is something that's thousands and thousands and thousands of reps, right? Just to get these 2 steps correct, right? So watch his first step, okay? Actually, watch his second step, all right? So we get an inside step here. This isn't horrible. This is an inside step. His second step, watch his second step. You see how we cross our feet here, all right? Look at our feet. You don't ever want your feet to be like this. You don't ever want your feet to cross behind each other. We want to kick step, okay? We want to keep our feet apart. We don't ever want to be like this, okay? And then from there, watch, we cross over, right? So look at our feet here, okay? So like I said, we can only play the slant, or we can only play an outside release here. That's all we can play, all right? So now when we get broken off, this is what happens, okay? Again, I'm not too concerned with this first step, okay, cool. I am concerned with this. When we kick step, when we're supposed to kick step, all right, look at our feet, okay? Our feet get crossed. And now when we get the outside release, we cross, all right? Now, the reason why, again, this is concerning to me is because this is who he is. This is who he always has been, okay? And it works until it doesn't. And this is something that he's gonna have to do every day before practice and then get reps in practice of doing it. Like, they're gonna have to force him to get these reps in, okay? So watch on this rep where he gets an interception. He gets an interception on this play, all right? But remember, we get that outside release. All right? And again, like I said, if we were to get an outside release in the previous play, it'll be okay. But watch his feet. Watch his feet, okay? Watch how on his first step towards that outside release, it's a crossover step, okay? It's a crossover step. We want that to be a kick step, okay? And if you've been on this channel, you understand what a kick step is. If not, go to literally any one-on-one video and I'm gonna talk about it, okay? So it helps him here. And this is why I said, again, in my previous video, I would not put him in a lot of press man situations. That's not his, how can I put it? That's not his strong suit. And again, I think that's how you wear down his battery a little bit. So yeah, not over analyzing anything. Hopefully that like you guys understand that this is gonna take time. But when it comes to corner, there are small details that you might miss if you're not in Indy, if you're not in every film session. Again, I don't know his the plan they have him in, but again, I think you can fix this off of film. This is your job. Setting the edge is the corner's job. Nothing over here is your job. Okay, we can rally late, keep a good angle so you can be ready for the cutback and be able to set the edge here. And then again, we cannot cross over. We cannot cross over our feet, crossing our feet here, crossing our feet here. All right, and it gets our feet all tangled up. Make sure you go to thedbnetwork.com if you want elite press man drills to help you. I hope you guys learned something.